I know I said I was done with Disney Star Wars. Truth be told, I wasn't going to make another video. I was just going to quietly watch Disney burn my favourite childhood franchise to the ground. But The Mandalorian Season 3 is so bad and I have so much to say, I knew I had to do it. The Mandalorian was all about returning Grogu to his own kind, and they accomplished that by the end of Season 2. Then immediately undo it in the spin-off show, and if you didn't see the Book of Boba Fett, you're confused as to how Grogu ended back up with Mando. If you did have the misfortune of seeing the Book of Boba Fett, you're confused as to why they're wasting time repeating themselves.
Have you ever removed your helmet?
I have.
Then you are a Mandalorian no more. You have removed your helmet. You are no longer Mandalorian.
Jon Favreau, like the rest of us, is also confused. He doesn't even know how long Grogu was with Luke, and he's the guy writing this shit.
More than one and less than, somewhere between 1 and 2, 0 and 2 years.
Oh, so not that many years.
No.
The droid, IG-11, who blew up and sacrificed itself at the end of Season 1 is back. Somehow that explosion that came from its chest only blew off its legs and arm. And then, when Mando has a fiddle with IG-11's wires, that brings it back online. But how the fuck would Mando know how to fix IG-11? We've already established he hates droids for killing his parents.
No droids.
So when exactly would he have learnt how to repair them? IG-11 then tries to kill Grogu, and Mando, who in the previous scene was shown to be an expert marksman, can barely land a fucking shot.
Now that's using your head.
If you find Babu Frick entertaining, you should go to your doctor and get your head checked. You might be retarded. I'm not even going to talk about this bikini bottom bullshit. Mando then goes to see Bo-Katan, but she's just sitting on a throne doing nothing, so he leaves. So the reason Mando wanted IG-11 is because he needs a droid to test the atmosphere on Mandalore to see if the air is safe to breathe. So he goes to see Peli and she sets him up with R5-D4. When they get to Mandalore, Mando sends R5 to run tests, but R5 disappears, so Mando pressurizes his helmet and goes to find R5. But if he can pressurize his helmet, why the fuck did we need a droid in the first place? Mando is then captured by this thing, so Grogu rushes back to the ship and flies to Bo-Katan, who's still just sitting on that throne waiting for her character to have something to do. At first she thinks it's Mando and says,
"Let's get rid of him once and for all."
Bo-Katan then flies to Mandalore with Grogu and saves Mando. He then goes to bathe in the living waters, but because he's wearing his heavy armour, he sinks to the bottom like a rock. And once again, Bo saves him. Now, if she really wanted to get rid of him once and for all, like she said, all she has to do is stop fucking saving him. Also, what in the fuck was episode 3? Honestly, the less said about Dr. Pershing and his they-them friend, the fucking better. I've watched all of it, Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian. I know Bo-Katan's character very well, yet I still don't give a shit about her. I can only imagine how little the casual fans like her. Zeb, who's one of the only redeeming factors of the show Rebels, has a cameo this season, which is worrying, because I don't like it when characters I actually like are in Disney Star Wars. They don't have the best track record now, do they?
Hell no, no.
After bathing in the living waters, Mando is forgiven for removing his helmet and allowed back into the Mandalorian covert. Bo also joins the covert as long as she keeps her helmet on. But then, the armourer decides she's special and allows her to show her face. And then Mando decides she's special too and gives her the Darksaber, claiming that it belongs to her because it was taken from him and she defeated the thing that took it. Now I'm pretty sure to lose the Darksaber you have to be bested in combat, but that wasn't combat.
It's a trap!
I'm not going to call Mando Mando anymore. From now on I'll refer to him as Din, because it's clear Bo is the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian obviously can't be about Din and Grogu. They're both male, and Disney needs their strong independent woman character. I miss the good old days when the only women in Star Wars were Princess Leia and Mom Mothma.
Before the dark times.
Disney doesn't know how to write strong female characters. Gone are the days of the Sarah Connors and the Ellen Ripleys, where a woman could go through trials and tribulations and become stronger because of them. We used to watch these characters struggle, but now female characters are just amazing at everything, and it's just boring to watch. There's no Bill Burr cameo this season, which is an absolute shame, but do you know who does get a cameo? Only Jack Black and fucking Lizzo.
Could I perhaps hold the baby, please?
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
Oh, I fucking knew it. Just like the Clone Wars did for the prequels. Their hope was to make the sequels better by connecting them to the Mandalorian. But all they've done is make the Mandalorian as shit as the sequels. Moff Gideon finally returns, and the first thing he does is take Din hostage. But why wouldn't he just kill him right then and there? Din's been a pain in Gideon's ass for 3 seasons at this point. You'd think he'd want him dead, but nope.
Take him to the debriefing room.
Din then escapes on his way to the debriefing room, so Gideon starts fucking him up until Bo-Katan steps in and saves Din like the damsel in distress he is. And to think, we waited 2 years for this shit. All in all, The Mandalorian is a show for the people.
But the people are retarded.
Smoke weed every day.